I really wish you could switch players in this screen. Some other sports games have that where I could just cycle to the other freaking player on the stats. Let's go, Madden. Who's the developers? I know the publisher's EA, but it used to be Tiburon or some shit. I don't even know. This is like I've said before, this is the first time I've played this game in probably 10 years. But it's despite its flaws, it's keeping me entertained. I tried this year because I'm a show fan, MLB The Show, although I'm a little, I have to say, I'm a little bummed. I was really hoping for something this year big. I mean, the show looks like the same game, which isn't terrible. Like I had 700 hours in it last year, but I was really hoping for some big stuff. And not, I mean, I get the graphics. Everybody wants the graphics. And I mean, like these graphics on Madden are a lot better than the show, obviously. But what I really wanted was some upgrades to the franchise mode. Like even the little highlight reel, watching other AI. I mean, just some more immersive stuff. But it doesn't look like we're gonna get it. I mean, I don't know. I get it to a point, but like I'm not asking for gameplay changes because the game plays pretty well. Like I like the pitching and batting interface and the fielding's decent. It's intuitive at least. It's like that's another thing with NBA 2K this year. The animations felt so weird. Like I really just felt like I wasn't in control of the player. And that's not like a sim. I'm sorry, but whatever it is you're good at and you're trying to simulate an NBA athlete, like feeling like an alien in a human body is not a good experience. I don't know. It just, and that game's always been animation heavy. I mean, everything's an animation, but you know what I mean? Like where it rolls out for a second or two. Because any video game, if you move and they take a step, that's an animation. But it's how long the animations felt, and I know what they're trying to do in NBA 2K. You know, they've been accused of the players sliding forever. It's like maybe they were trying to make them feel more grounded or with more weight, but I really couldn't jive with it. Maybe people like it, I don't know, but it felt off to me. I think I gave it 35 hours. So they still got Hampton. I guess I could commentate through more of these videos. I honestly don't stream for you guys. No, I mean I enjoy it when people are watching because that's some pretty good games. I do it just because I can, because all you have to do is hit a button. Plus, I sometimes go back and look at them here and there. I don't like study the film. I'm not that nerdy, but I'll sometimes go back and look at cool plays or if weird stuff happens, it's easy for me to know where it's at. YouTube lets me do it, so. But I've had a few people watching. We had last year was fun. I got to the AFC title game. So McConkey's a 92. His team, who's this guy? Around. Oh yeah, he's been there a minute, hasn't he? It's kind of weird too because I haven't watched football for so long. I fell out of that earlier than I just watched too much of the sport, and it's kind of funny coming back because I don't watch basketball anymore, which is really weird. I stopped like 3 years ago. The NBA, I'm no offense, but you're gonna give me a product where I basically am watching the whole season and they're not giving 100%. I don't like to watch people. I mean, the reason I watch the NBA and not my neighbor play basketball is because they're the best in the world and you want to see them compete. And the players figured it out. You don't, I mean, the way the playoff setup is in the NBA, it's ridiculous. You know, if you think about it historically and you're having a hard time, like, not even having a hard time, but look at sports leagues in general. They generally consist of games being played, obviously, in either a season format only, like the Premier League in England, soccer or football, um, or you've got, I'm losing my train of thought here. Um, okay, tight end, 86 overall. Oh, or you've got like season and playoffs. Now, let's take baseball, the Major League Baseball, for instance. In the early days, even we'll go into like the early modern era, which is like 1920s on. Still the segregation era, but baseball was big. They played 161 games, I think, or 160 or 159, somewhere in there. I don't know. But now they play 162. So, but back then they played the seasons was a long season because they basically the whole season was the playoffs, right? So you had the American League and the National League who never played each other. They were two separate leagues, basically. I mean, you'll have to look into whether they were owned by the same person, or I mean, like when they combined rules, because they had different rules for a long time. Then they'd play 160 or 156 or somewhere in there, and the best record in the American League and National League would play in the World Series. So, I mean, I think what happens is you decide to play that many games, and as you go along, you start to realize some of the teams are like just playing to play because they have no chance. A lot of people just have competitive pride back then, I guess. I don't know how else to put it. Like that came before their health, or they play through injury, even if they were on a shitty team. That doesn't happen anymore. And it's probably, I mean, I get it, but I think a lot of people back then felt more privileged to play a sport for money. Feel like if you got really good at any random thing that's not really, you're not building bridges, or you're not a nurse, you're a guy that plays a game for money, for a living. So then you have the season playoff system, which I like the NFL. I think the nice thing about the NFL is they have a short season. So each game is really important. So it makes sense to me to have a little bit bigger of a playoff format because, you know, it just in baseball, like now they've expanded their playoffs over the last couple of years, and I was a little it, but the way they've done it, the teams that are in the last wild card, it's a one and done deal. Like you go to the away team and it's first to win two. That's it. And they're all at the other team's home. So, but the NBA I think it was 5 or 6 years ago when they added the play-in tournament. And what happened was that was a reaction to the behind closed doors, the commissioner and the competitive or the competition committee or whoever is doing, you know, is analyzing this stuff for the NBA. They noticed that the regular season wasn't as competitive. Players were resting. Players aren't playing defense. Like I don't know if you've watched the NBA lately, but they don't play much defense. And that used to be like a thing they'd say in the 80s. Like I remember guys like, oh, they only play D in college when they get, but like, so it's always been a thing. But I've watched the NBA since like the late 80s, and it's changed. I remember like 6 years ago, I was watching the NBA quite a bit, but I had stopped, and then I watched a regular season game, and then I watched a playoff game like just the next few days, and the amount it changed because it was always more intense in the playoffs, and it should be. But the discrepancy between the last game I had watched and that was so Like, and it was almost like I didn't realize it when I was watching that last regular season game. And it wasn't even the score, like the shooting percentage. I'm just talking about like the body language. Like you could just like, damn, there was a lot more stops, it's just crazy. So it kind of was like, you know what? I'm not, I, it wasn't even like, oh, I'm gonna boycott this or something. I just, like, I don't want to watch that. I, I wouldn't expect someone to watch me do something if I wasn't really trying. Like, why are you looking at me, man? But I don't know. So now I'm back to watching football a little bit, but I don't think I'll be like, because before it was all day. I'd watch as many games as I could. I could never do that again. But I'll keep an eye on it. It's kind of, the only thing is with football, it's got some downsides too. Like the NFL doesn't really care about its players, and a lot of them are crippled, and they ignore CTE. You don't see CTE awareness banners or anything, and it's a big deal. It's hard on these guys, but hey, they want to do it. It's a choice. That's kind of how I can make it okay. These players aren't forced to do it. Some of them regret it when they get older. I watched a Jeff Pearlman on YouTube recently about Kenny Easley of the Seattle Seahawks. He was a Hall of Fame safety, but back in the 80s, they were giving these guys so much ibuprofen, people were blowing kidneys. They just hand them out like candy, dude. No one knew how much, everybody knows now ibuprofen's like, yeah, it'll get rid of a headache or your arthritis, but because it works, but it's really hard on your system. Well, these guys are okay, I guess, huh? Dicker the kicker. That's so funny. Well, we probably won't talk through the game. What I'll do is try and talk through some of this off season. I haven't really, I'm in my fifth year, I think. I wish I had more stats you could look at in the past. Yeah, see, I lost to the Bengals. Did we get any awards? No. Coach of the year. Damn. Maybe we'll win Coach of the Year this year with Clint because this is my third coach I've made slash role played. Oh, Max Crosby, Defensive Player of the Year. And then we let him go. I think is he with the Patriots? And so is Ashton Genty. And they're 4-0 too, and we play them. That'd be cool if we were both like doing, oh, Cleveland's 4-0. Damn. What's going on there? Let's go back. Buffalo, it sucks. I should have waited to start this because the Bills hadn't lost yet. But hey, so they beat the Seahawks. This is the Super Bowl we just had. That was terrible this year. I've wrote all my records down in a notebook. I can look, but I don't want to get up. It's on the description. So, yeah. Then the Bills lost to the Packers. Then the Broncos won. Then the Bills won again. Oh, look, Matt's Crosby, Defensive Player of the Year. Holy shit. I didn't even see that. He won it again. And then the Bengals won, but then Joey Burrow left. He's with the Steelers now. So, yeah, Joey Burrow. I'll still never get used to this UI. I don't know why. Oh, the guy I picked up, Bo Jackson from Ohio State. We traded for him, I think we traded for him. I made quite a few trades on here. I have it on hard. It doesn't, I thought I did anyways. I wanted it to be hard. That's what she said. Let's see. Where is that? Trade difficulty hard, yeah. Ooh, very hard. Should we do very hard? Feels still kind of how easy. Easy, normal, hard, very hard. Very easy, easy, normal, hard. Let's leave it on hard. wear and tear I use seems good. The injuries are fine. I should invite you guys to play with me. That'd be fun. But don't you have to like play together? And that seems kind of annoying though. But you guys can see my password. Great. Now you can log in. What the frick? I'll just make a new one. Oh, I'll just change it. There you go. Not like I give. Well, I mean, I don't know why I have that on. Oh, I have it to private. I'll just one user me. Oh yeah, I was gonna look at the some of these rosters here that I know the records. But we got Patriots. They don't have Crosby. Where did he go? The Panthers? There's Genty. Oh, he's there. He's a 97 now? Get out of town. I'm from Idaho and like Boise State. Went there. I actually went to Boise State. Didn't graduate from there, but Sarasa. But anyways, he looks pretty good in a Patriots uniform. I got a lot for him. I'm just gonna say, and I said this before, you don't really need us. I don't know. Good running back is. I just wish I had one that didn't fumble. That'd be cool. Let's see how he's done. I had 1,100, 1,300. Damn, he did pretty good with New England. 14 touchdowns. Most I ever had was 8. Look at that. Fumbles. The frick. What is Crosby? I think he's with the Panthers. Nope. Packers. Dude, I don't know where he's at. Dante Moore, Oregon. Nick Bosa. Did he go to the Falcons? No. Who's this guy? Brian Robinson, halfback. Or Bijan. Not Brian. Eagles? Did he go to the Eagles? Barkley retired. Saquon is our halfback now. Quentin, Quentin Joyner, Texas Tech. Dolphins. Devon. Not gonna say that one. Terrene York. Cowboys. I could have got that guy in a trade with them, but he's kind of old. These guys aren't very good. Colts. Do they still have Taylor? Damn, 31 now. How old's what's where's oh my God, where's their quarterback? Oh, damn, he's in 85 now. They have a pretty good team. Patrick Mahomes, how old is he? 34. Frickin'. Is he gonna play till he's 40? How many years would that be? How long? Jesus. Look at that. How many yards he has? Oh, they're 0-4. They're struggling. 2029 best quarterback. Hmm. wrong way. Chargers, we started there. Knicks, still good. He's 30. How old's Josh Allen? 34. Still a 90. Where's the quarterback? What's he? Oh, yeah, they lost Burrow. Duh. Well, we should try. They got a good running back, and I like them not It's good. Can we go 5-0? We'll find out.
From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium, state-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Today, our draw features two from the AFC between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. On one sideline, we've got a look at the head coach of the visiting Raiders. His guy's one of the last undefeated standing this season, 4-0. Across the field, head coach of the Chargers, Jim Harbaugh. His guys with the crowd at their backs, and things only going to get louder once this game begins. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you up in the booth. Kicker Cam Little down on the field, looks ready to get things started. And we're off in Inglewood. He stopped on the run back at the 27. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
Herbert's one of these rare quarterbacks that when he is on, he makes this game look effortless and easy. Part of it's his throwing motion that's crisp and clean with great power. And it's also an athleticism. He'll make you pay with his legs, too. Man, he is just a joy to watch.
So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Well, he laid out for it, but the throw's just a little bit too off the mark. So 4th down coming up. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. Well, we're going to pause here, and for good reason. One of the Raiders was injured on that play and is being tended to. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's going to be blocked out at the 42.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. They'll go play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No, not surprising that his reputation preceded him here, Brock. They got double coverage on him to try and slow him down.
Yeah, that's what you get. When you're this good and you're this talented, you're going to get the attention, especially early in the game. Now, what kind of adjustments can he make offensively?
And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That one gains 7. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Fits it through the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's a Vegas first down. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Right up the gut. He has room past the 25. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. A pickup of 17. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Here's a throw. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he stopped as we get closer to our first point of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
1st and goal, Raiders.
They'll try and punch it in. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders have a great first drive and get the game's first points. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Cam Little to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Chargers, nothing. Cam Little to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Brings in the kick at the 9. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Chargers getting their offense set for their second drive. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10.
Set.
Play action now for Herbert. It's caught. This is Lad McConkey. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the 32-yard line.
Cap.
Now an inside give to Hampton. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Hey, I know 3rd and 1 feels like an automatic running down, but after seeing that last play yield you nothing, this offense and that coordinator's got a seed of doubt. This defense playing some mind games with them.
Completed to his running back. And they're all the way across midfield before he was brought down. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
22 yards. And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46.
Now pressure coming. Hits him on the in route. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That play good for 17 and a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First and 10. Here's Herbert. Finds the in route complete. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
From the red zone on first. Setting up the screen. And he's out just before he can hit the end zone, but what a nice first and goal here from the 2.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative.
Arvell traded for him from the Giants.
Still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
He's going to be a big pick in this year's draft. Is that tomorrow?
Now it's second and goal from the 1. Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't.
There he is
budge.
again.
Stall him out short.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
I think I could see that sideline considering a challenge down there. It was close, but I think he got barely enough to escape the end zone. Another run might not be so lucky.
Turned away from the goal line on the last snap. Need to make it 1 more yard here on 3rd and goal. Trying to sneak it, Herbert. And they're going to say he was short. They held him out, Brock, and now we're going to have to wait and see what they decide to do here on 4th and goal. They weren't particularly interested in disguising that call, Brock. The defense knew it was coming, and they make the stop.
Yeah, even against a prepared defense, you still expect to at least get a yard, get that surge, get that push. We've been so used to seeing it. That's a real tip of the cap to the defense to get that stop.
And they stop him. No touchdown.
I Tecmo balled him.
Run down near the end zone.
Whether they were keyed on him expecting that run or in case of a throw, it worked either way for the defense. When the QB broke for the line, they broke with him, and they drug him down short of the sticks.
I'm saving that.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's first and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't bring that run the way they hoped it would.
In the old West Coast system, you call it those two tight ends tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
First play of the drive lost the yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Another carry for it. Good run there. About 9. Still third down coming up.
Well, that doesn't matter first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and 1 yard coming up. Looking to throw. 3rd and 1. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender are left at the exact same time there. And now they're left with 4th and short. Now the Raiders ready for the punt. And they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. Picked up at the 38. And he gets himself the back on that return. They're in the neighborhood of midfield. So the Chargers are in good field position as they get ready for first and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's going to be second down. to the air. Herbert. Jump off caught by his back. This is not going to help their cause. And a third down. He's out of bounds, lost a yard too.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
It's the end of the first, and this is the AFC West showdown. It's an early lead for the Raiders. We're back to SoFi right after this.
Well, oops, I didn't have that muted. Sorry for the feedback. We'll be back in the stadium against the Rams next week.
We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They'll need something big here to start out. It's third and long. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Pitch dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a fourth down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense is set. First and 10. Now a give running right. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Stopped by Dayon Henley.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Look at that power, deep left side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Dropping back to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. He'll work against the blitz. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
The give here on second. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be third down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. To the air on third and long. The third down throw falls incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that brings up fourth and long. The Raiders bringing out the punting unit.
Punt formation for the Raiders.
And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. LA offense all set. Here's first and 10. and takes off. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. To the line and set. Here we go, first down. The tight end in motion now.
50-yard line.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to have this one down in the 37. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and say these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers. They show you right there. When they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
It's Hampton on second. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's third down. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Herbert now to throw on third. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing fourth down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
A 49-yard attempt.
Dicker connects there. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10. Dive play straight ahead. And they're able to glide him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. He's dropping back to throw. Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this third down. Blown back, gets the handoff. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up fourth down. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. Looking to return from the 29. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. So first and 10 now from the 30. Motioning one of the tight ends. Here's Hampton to open the drive. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Herbert from the gun. Hits his running back. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield stripe. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
And the Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the
Now Herbert to throw. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now, Herbert. Going with a screen to Hampton. And he's tackled for no gain.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Motion the tight end over. They'll air it out on 3rd. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Set. Cap.
It's Herbert once more. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, he just couldn't quite hang on.
He won't be able to add anything else onto the end of this catch, so it's going to be a completion to the 25. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Set. Go.
Tight end, motioning right.
Line.
Herbert to throw once more. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down here at the 16.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that's way too much risk for that reward.
He'll step up, and there he goes. And Herbert slides to a stop with enough on that play to move those chains.
And the Chargers, first down. First and goal.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More football from SoFi in just a moment. Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal.
Set.
They'll run with Hampton. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Pretty easy for me to play armchair quarterback up here and say I just don't like that call on 1st and 5, especially when you get nothing from it. Man, that one stinks.
Looking, but will not find it. So incomplete on 2nd and goal, Brock. Chances starting to run thin to score here. They've held him out twice. Chance at another stop here. 3rd and goal.
Set. Delta. Set.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. And he will have the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers get some late points and the lead. Matt McConkey with a touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers push their lead to 3. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's Smith on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it'll be 2nd down. Setting up to throw. Short pass brought in. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's third.
Shotgun now on third down. It's complete. This is Bowers. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play.
Gain of 12.
And that's a Vegas first down.
First down, Raiders.
Throwing it again here. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw, swatted away by the defense.
Second down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, that's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Sticking to the air here. He's looking deep once again. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Chargers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to pull that, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, if you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Herbert now. Completed to his running back. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. L.A. uses a timeout here. It's second.
Chargers, first down.
First and 10. Here's Herbert. Finds him on the crossing route. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Cameron Dicker out for the Chargers now to attempt this field goal. He connected once and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. Dicker connects there. And that'll double their lead to 6.
And with that one, you're going to see some salty, foul moves in that locker room. You hate all turnovers, but that one led to 3 points, and you hate those even more.
And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the final play of our first half. One final shot before the half. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
Our trip across the NFL starts now. In Santa Clara, the Niners at home for an NFC West battle with the Seattle Seahawks. And this is Brandon Ayuk. He's going to pull this one in, and then he sets his sights towards the end zone. It's a 59-yard touchdown. The 49ers move to 3-2 as they get back above 500 with the victory. From there, why don't we go out to the space city of Houston? Looking in on the Texans, they're hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. And this is Jalen Hurts. He had a heck of a game. This, one of 2 touchdown passes. He also ran for a score. The Eagles find a way. They win it by a point. One more to bring you up. Let's go to Arlington. The Cowboys taking on the Indianapolis Colts. And here's the Cowboys running back. He'll take this one in from 2 yards out. The Cowboys with an important W. They didn't want to start 1-4, and they won't following their victory here. With that, here's a look at the rest of the action from around the NFL here in Week 5, the first weekend of October. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
kicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. He fields it from the 8. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Airing it out to start this drive. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
Passing now on 2nd and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Completed over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Las Vegas sends out the punt team. It'll be A.J. Cole doing the honors. Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now for Herbert. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Trying to hit his fullback there. And now they face 2nd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Back to the air, Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete again. Defender knocks this one away and brings up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy
Three-minute break, soak break.
In a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. To the air on third and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10 from the 43. Shotgun give to Hampton. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Lion.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that takes them to third down. They'll throw, third and long. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. New set of downs for him from the 31. He'll work against the blitz. Got a man. Bowers has it. And he's tackled for a short gain.
I'll say this, Kate, this quarterback's got some courage right there. He throws it into double coverage, and he's got a guy there in coverage who's already picked him off, and he don't care. Kind of like that gunslinging attitude, but you better be careful the next time around.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
First down, Las Vegas.
He's going to throw this one. Caught. That's Arian Smith. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. Coming to the line for another first and 10.
And the Raider first down.
Give now to the running back. And a solid gain there, Brock, of about 5. Takes him inside the 40-yard line.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Throw left side, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First and 10 from the 32. Throwing from the gun here. Hits him on the out route. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
And quick to the left, it's caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
From the red zone now. Brought in close to the 8. And he's got him a nice goal to go here as he goes out at the 8-yard line. Well, he came down a little awkwardly after making that tackle. Looks like he's in some discomfort now. We're going to have medical head out to check on him. Going ground on first and goal. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a gain down to the 1. Now we'll see the medical team head out towards a Charger who's still on the field and in some pain. Now it's second and goal from the 1. They go to him again. And he's in this time. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders get into the end zone there. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders take the lead on that successful kick. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
2nd and a yard at the 35-yard line.
Hampton now up the middle. Continuing to move past the 45. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Again, it's Hampton. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Herbert from the gun. Oh, the football's loose. And this is going to be Raiders football. And they can't call the return together, but they do have the football. They've got it on their side of the field.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a 1st down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Plowing up the middle. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense has now left some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw now. That's Smith on the slant. This one's going to wind up less than a yard from that 1st down marker, Brock. Play gets it up to the 43.
And it brings up 3rd down.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And this is going to wind up short. The defense all over that run. They only let him get back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th down.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Going for it on their own side, Brock. Okay, bold call, but they only need a yard. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he will get the first as they touch him down. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Here's the handoff. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion. You never want to overlook those Mike backers when you're throwing short, Brock. So often it's those guys and not the corners or the safeties that are going to be the ones in there breaking those up.
Yeah, and so often these linebackers of today, these middle linebackers, are just oversized safeties. They can really run and play the ball as he just did.
Looking to throw again on second down. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. Two great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Here he goes, third and long. Another drop. The last two plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this fourth down.
Horrible field goal. A 58-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push their lead to 4.
Okay, they got the ball off the fumble, and they knew what to do with it when they took over. Just find a way to put points on the board.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Starting from the 5. Keeps away from one. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. First and 10.
Set. Kappa. Go.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. To the right, pulled in by McConkey. And he's going to be out of bounds after it looks like about a yard there. Second down coming up.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Herbert now. Short pass brought in. And they are going to have to face a third down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
Brings up third down.
Set.
Trying to sneak, it's Herbert. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's fourth down.
Come on, Kate. Put me in. One play, one time. I may have retired back in '04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that sneak. Astounding that call did not turn into a first down. Come on, boys.
And that return's going to come to a close as we reach the end of our quarter. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's the Raiders' ball, a chance at a win if they can hang on to this lead. The Las Vegas offense is set. First and 10. Now we're on the counter. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
This one misses the tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long. They need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this first down. Third and long for him here. Tried to connect, but it lines up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And they're going to be stuck with a fourth and long.
3 plays and out. It's 12
He takes this in on his side of midfield. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Watson. And the Raiders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Wanted to hit his tight end there, but a defender anticipated it, got a hand on it, and it is picked off.
Yeah, I think this defenses today have figured it out. There's a lot of good tight ends, and they can be mismatch makers, so you better have an awareness and coverage of where those tight ends are. This defense did. And boy, what a big play to take that ball away.
The Raiders have their offense back out there. They've ripped off 4 straight wins, and if this lead holds, that's going to be 5 before we know it.
Let's go.
Throwing now on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Hand off to the back. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
3rd down from the gun. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down. On now comes their punter. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. The Charger offense making its way to the field. They're coming off their 1st interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Draw play here, Hampton. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit. And that 1st down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
47-yard line.
Herbert now off the play fake. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
Out of bounds across midfield at the 48.
Let's go, let's go.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 32.
32-yard line.
Now an inside give to Hampton. He's got it in the red zone. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Back to Hampton. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
A gain of 2 brings
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
13-yard line.
Hampton gets it from the pistol. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
They'll air it out on 3rd. He's got it at the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take a 4th quarter lead. Missed to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers push their lead to 3.
Chargers 20, Raiders 17.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Raiders take over.
Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this 4th quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set. And it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Going left side, Bowers has it. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. They'll run here on 1st down. And the ball's going to remain at midfield as he's stopped at the line, no gain.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Looking in the air here. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. That one's complete over the middle. And he's tackled after a big gain, but he's not going to get to keep the yards or the 1st down that he picked up either. We got a flag down in the neighborhood of holding. A gain they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. So they get dings for the holding. Got to wonder if that changes their call as they line this up for 3rd down. Pass play now. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Punt team on the field.
A.J. Cole in punt formation for the Raiders.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They're already on a modest little winning streak here. Currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. Here's Hampton, open the drive. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Got some whistles here. Officials calling for a stoppage. Injured player, it appears. And that is their running back, Omarion Hampton. 1st down, they'll run. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
If there's ever a play we can call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Back-to-back carries here. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Raider. Raiders with an extra DB out there. 3rd down. Throw here. 3rd down. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up. Punting unit out now. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Setting him on the dive. Good running here on first down as he works his way forward for about 8.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
That sucks.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Throwing off the play fake. He put everything he had into this one. He's got it inside the 25. Well, we're going to pause here, and for good reason. One of the Raiders was injured on that play and is being tended to. They'll say hello to the red zone after that big play, huh? As they get set for 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders take a 4th quarter lead.
Let's see, Kate. I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What we could call this, other than simply splendid?
A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders take a 4-point lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's a return from the 7. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Just look at everyone flying down the field. But when they fly down the field, they got 2 things in mind, Kate. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting when it does.
Give now to the running back. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders now lead by 10. Brock Bowers the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Chargers who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Fielded at the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Jim Harbaugh getting his Charger offense out there for another drive. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Kate, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on 1st down, but there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to 2nd.
This one found by a defender instead and knocked away. Back-to-back passes failing to connect, Brock. It's 3rd down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on downs. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. Another carry for him. And he stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Chances of stalling this drive defensively seem bleak, but how about now? Look at those odds changing, Kate. Still not great, but you could feel a little momentum on their side. Maybe they can muster it up and get back-to-back stops.
They give it to him again. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up. Little knocks it through. And then extends their lead to 14.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game. It really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
Let's take this at the 10. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. The turnover on downs only led to 3. Obviously better than a touchdown, but enough to rattle them a bit as they return to the field.
Go, hey, go, go, go.
1st and 10, Herbert. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Azarie Thomas.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down.
They did it, 5-0. Chargers are next. Rams are next. We're back in LA. I'm going to do some Le Mans Ultimate and be back in about an hour.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. And drawn up for him. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb, going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.
5. I'm Scott Hansen, and this is your Week 5 edition of the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Lots to get to. Let's start in SoFi Stadium. The Chargers at home to take on the Raiders. And this is the running back. He'll find an opening, and he's gone 20 yards on the touchdown. The Raiders continue to have enough. They make it 5 straight wins to start the new year. Next up, we go to Charlotte. We'll look in on the Panthers as they play host to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And it's a man who's battled through injuries, Jonathan Brooks. He's going to get in from 6 yards out. The Panthers move to 4-1, looking good as they get the win here. Lastly, let's go out to Santa Clara. The 49ers hosting the Seattle Seahawks. And this is Brandon Ayuk. He's going to look this one in, and he'll take it from there. It's a 59-yard touchdown. The Niners find a way to pull this one out as they escape with the narrow win. Until next week, Scott Hansen, good night from Orlando.
typical. Body of a donut, that's so typical. Turn like a god, that's so typical. Please don't modest, so typical. Don't wanna talk about it, so cynical. So cut it out like a trying to ride the wave, I'm trying to get me paid, I'm trying to move and shake, I'm trying to walk away. I swear my wrists are great, I'm getting used to change. Face of a model, that's so typical. Body of Adonis, that's so typical. Tail like a god, that's so typical. Legs don't modest, that's so typical. Don't wanna talk about it, so cynical, so don't cut it out like a umbilical. Don't wanna risk the ouch, the ridicule. It's so typical.
These restless eyes of mine will sit in to my heart and sugar. In a jumbled life of glitter, dream hit concrete, mind all jook up. Tend to think in 1,000 thoughts, I'll pop through north to the voice, get bored. Endless stairs in a sinking door, I search for things I don't need no more. Baby, I'm typically every day, can't call it shady. I'm airing you cause I'm an anxious state that worries daily. But if I link my G's, it goes away down honey lane. I gallivant with darling, baby, jet, jet, jet.
Face of a model, that's so typical. Body of Adonis, that's so typical. Tail like a god, that's so typical. Legs don't modest, that's so typical. Face of a model, that's so typical. Body of Adonis, that's so typical. Tail like a god, that's so typical. Legs don't modest, that's so typical. Don't wanna talk about it, so cynical, so don't cut it out.
Be back later.